Ta-da! Hi again, we're back up the Lammermuir Hills. I'm just taking the road south from Garville Village. This is the John's Clues Road that you've done this a dozen times with me. I just wanted to give you some more heather and bloom scenery. It's going to be breezy up here because it is a very breezy day. 15 mph plus winds. But roasting with it. It's amazing. So the hill fort. Look at the colours behind. Beautiful. There's a car in front, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm just out for a bimble. I finished work at 2 o'clock today. Home, done some bits and bobs. Had a quick nap, as you do when you get up at 4:30 in the morning. And then I thought, why not just get a quick run? These are the sort of rides I've been doing lately. I've just taken an hour my own time. I mean, yeah, I've been doing a lot of solo rides just because it's just no organising. You just jump your bike and go. You can suit yourself where you want to go and how long you want to be out for and stuff. Look at that, eh? Beautiful. So the mic should be better today than the last film because the two different dead mouse things that came with the DJI wireless mini mic, the black one seemed to be thinner, which was the second one I put on. So the two that arrived today that I bought on eBay were grey, which are obviously a bit thicker ones, I think. So it should work better. Spartleton Edge, that hill. So that's the hill which I pointed out on the last film just before we dropped down to the county border back at East Lothian, remember? It was behind the Whittider Reservoir is basically straight ahead from here. You get a great view of the top of that hill. It's got quite an easy going track up to the top. You could ride your motorbike up it, but of course not got permission. As I found out from a comment, someone who works in the wind farm, that as the gates along here, the reason they're left open is it's the emergency exit route for staff on the wind farm working on it. There's some sort of emergency. Quite what that would be that everyone would have to get off an open hillside, I'm not sure. Have to be some sort of natural disaster, eh? Or something epic like a plane crash or something. I'm guessing. That was a rare thing, a passing place sign, which wasn't riddled with bullet holes. Most of them are. So this is John's Clues Farm here, which this road more or less is used for. Well, that's why it's kept open, if you know what I mean. Look at this bit of road, it's nuts. We'll stop up here, don't worry about that being in front of us, that car. So when I'm running about on these roads, well, I love my Enfield, this is when I realise how much I miss the trail bikes. I don't know why, it was just the sit up and beg position on the trail bike, similar to this. This is similar to how you sit on a trail bike. But were just great for riding on country roads. We'll see what the future brings. There's not much water in that burn, is there? A long gone Ford, but the signs are still here. Try your brakes. Yeah, I forgot about that not long after I got my Jeep down at Addison Bathlands. Talking of which, I was going to take it out last night and I ended up not going out. We'll see what we'll get up to when I go home this evening. What I'm doing is I'm going to go to Whittaker and then I'm going to come back on the Money Nut Road. I'm not filming the whole thing. Van life. Look at peace and quiet up here. Someone enjoying the evening sun. Why wouldn't you? Sheltered in here. So, next cleuch or clech, these cleuchs, these like gullies. That one there, second one, has the wreckage of a Bolt and Paul Defiant. It crashed there, killing 2 crew. I'll probably revisit that. Look at the colours. But there's a huge... Is it that one or that one? I can't remember which one it is. But there's obviously the big crankshaft from the Rolls-Royce Griffin engine. But look at the colour, folks. Isn't it beautiful? Farmer Chris was kayaking up here the other evening. He'd posted on Facebook. He's an instructor up here. He likes his kayaking. So that's what you work for hobbies. The water's low again. So when the reservoir is low, of course, the old school, primary school that was there, and the farm, Millnow School, Millnow Farm, both were flattened before it was flooded, but all the foundations and stuff are still there, as is part of the old road, and you can see them. And what's amazing, we're just up for a run, those folk, is the tarmac on the road's probably better than a lot of your modern roads. Look at that, eh? It is low. Wow. This will be near dry on the left. Yeah. Look at that. We got a photo of that. So that point there, round the corner, is Millnow Farms buildings that were all flattened. I don't care if mobile settings are off. Why does it do that? Anyway. Yeah, look at that. You can see how high it can go to. Surprised there's not been a hosepipe ban. Well, I think I'll just keep filming this now because you can still see a bit of heather. Just film right up through Whittier. Okay. Oh, got my engine management lights come on. There's a surprise. I was thinking it's not been on for a while. So that'll go off after it's started. It's switched off 2 or 3 times. That's how concerned I am about it. So I've got an itchy nose again as always. So just when we're here. So on the point there, that's the remains of the farm. And there's a set, you can't see it in the camera, but there's sections of the road. That's how low it is. But yeah, that's all the farm. Right on the edge of that water. A wee sailing yacht in there, that's nice. See? Adventure Rider. I'd love a bike like that, but how can I afford to run something like that even once I've afforded to buy it with the wage I'm on now? I can't, that's the bottom line. Certainly been a good day for being out on bikes. Oh yeah, it's very low, isn't it, the Whittier? So I'm going to just go along to Alva Cottage and turn in there and head up to Moneynut. Because I've not been up through Moneynut for a while. Okay, back into Berwickshire. Want to do fencing? So that's, you've heard me saying this already, that used to be car parking in there. And I think the landowner just got pissed off with the rubbish and crap left by folk camping. Folk just ruin everything, don't they? It's beautiful, isn't it? We should got some sunshine on this evening. It's not that haze. It was like that this morning, it was actually really grey. So this is the same day I did the commute film. And you've seen there was no sign of the sun coming up. The sun never appeared till about 8:30 through the cloud. And it obviously just eventually burned all this with the cloud off, as well as the wind getting up. But it's not got that crazy close temperature that it was last night. It was so hot. It hit 30 degrees in Dunbar, which is nuts. Never get 30 degrees in a seaside coastal town. So that's me sitting in 4th gear just at 40. The bike's just purring along. Oop, that was a big hole. So we'll hit a left up here. Do you want me to keep filming? I can, but it might mean a long film. But no one's ever said don't make films as long. I've never had a complaint about films being too long. So we'll lose the heather for a bit up here until we come out the other side and money that. But this is what the summer nights are for. As I say, some of the loveliest nights you just lastminute.com, just go. There's usually sheep on this, but there is sheep too, so they must be here. It's just when they're first out, the lambs are up on the road you got to watch. But yeah, there is a bit of poop on the road, so they are up here, or out here. Where, I'm not sure. Or maybe they just been the odd stray one getting out the field. I used to spend hours and hours up here when I originally lived in Dunbar. Most of that time I lived there. That was my first flat I bought. 7 Brunt Grove. Look that up. I paid £27,500 for it in 1998. And I sold it in 2007, 9 years later, for 95,500. It tripled. That was how quick the prices went crazy in East Lothian. But of course, as you'll know, if you've owned a house, you can sell one, but you've still got to buy another. So you're not really that much better off, if you know what I mean. I used to do this run, what we're doing exactly, from Dunbar, because when I lived living in Dunbar, I used to do this run 2-3 times a week, usually twice through the week and then on a Sunday morning or something. But looking back, it was always the summer evenings that was best. Most folk were at home getting their tea around 5-6 o'clock. There's a new turbine there with getting built, see it? Well, hopefully you can see that. Okay, up the switchbacks. Crystal Rig Wind Farms, 2 miles. You won't get any Arctics up here, you'll see why this now. That's just second gear. It's a deceiving hairpin, this one. You can see how tight it gets? So you've got to go down to first. Well, you do a 350 anyway. So I used to ride my XR400. Even though it was an enduro bike, I basically rode mine like a trail bike. Wasn't as good on fuel and stuff as this. It was a bit up and downy when you're braking, with the suspension travel being so long. But what a fantastic bike that was. We're just doing this. Down another gear. Texel sheep, I think they are. They're not Texels, they're Texel crosses anyway. Look at the flowers, they're lovely. And the old seed barrel. Hello. So these are partly very hardy sheep. And they're, well, you can see why they're bred. See the build of them. Built for beef, for meat. Fatten up to sell. Bit of tarmac there is nice. So, Aiken Gold 2. Sparrowhawk, see him? That's great. Is that a Sparrowhawk or is that a Kestrel? I'm so... man life. I'm so out of watching birds. I don't remember. Or get your eye on them if you know what I mean, you know what to look for. Well, I suppose they've more or less clean felled all this. This wood was all planted just for timber. So it served its purpose. And now the land's getting used for a different industry. That's all go up here, isn't it? Now, a lot of folk complain about turbines. I love them, I think they're well cool. They're not green. I don't care what anyone says, they're not green. But we'll not get into that right now, because I don't want to argue with folk. Look at the size of them. They're huge. But if there's something about them. Look at the size of those props across there. It's mental, eh? So this is so strange now that all the trees have gone. Some big serious steel sheets. What a size. Don't tell me you can't see them on the I keep calling it a GoPro, the DJI camera. I'm using my GoPros again. I'm using them when I'm in the garage and stuff. Don't need a microphone when I'm doing those sort of things. I'm keeping this just for on the motorbike. Yeah, it's so different now with the trees felled. Just remember it was Storm Arnhem. I can't remember how you pronounce it. Anyway, that's what started all this. Tiny bit of heather. guessing they're still running trees off the hill, and if so, gate might be open through to Aikengall. We'll see. This road's been threatened to be closed quite a few times, but they always seem to keep it going. Don't realise how much mud was on it back in the winter, because it's actually, the surface is a lot better condition than I thought. So you're riding on top of mud and gravel a lot. Let's have a wee bogle up here, the turbines. That's quite slidey because it's actually like rolled in tarmac. We're not hanging around up here because we'll get around. Security guy on this side's a bit. Aye. Let's go up here and turn. We'll get a view. A lot of them are not working though. There you go, eh? So today's run was just to come out and show you some heather, but you're getting a bit wind turbines footage and some off-roading as well. There you go. You probably think this bike handles not bad off-road, but it doesn't handle like a trail bike, I'll tell you that. The problem with it is the weight they carry. If this goes down, the amount of weight in it, it will bend like footrest mounts and stuff. And if you do have a real proper crash and high side it, go sideways and flip it, it gets wrecked. You will just wreck everything. So even though you could probably nail it, best not to. Oh, there's a road here. Careful, pal. A young one as well. I'd rather see one now up here than going to work in the morning in the grey dark, that's for sure. Right, there you go. Gate must be closed, prevent livestock escaping. Which it's not. This has had a bit of new tarmac on it. I see it's been broken already. There's that deer now up there. There you go. Excellent. And I came up here now. I wasn't actually going to come this road this evening. Ooh, just watch that there. More potholes. I'm now sitting with enough savings to just order up another bike now if I have to, which makes me not really worry about this. So that one is open. That one is not. So that's me decided what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go up here. Let's show you the safe that's up here. Some of you haven't been up here. You'll get the size of this place. Bet you it's still lying here. Yeah, there it is. So somebody's brought that up at night in the dark, out of sight, and cut that open. Right, health and safety question. What do you know about safes? Well, see what looks like concrete? That's actually got asbestos in it. So whoever was cutting that, I hope they were wearing good oxygen equipment, because they were breathing in all that. Bit of stour behind. Stour, there's another Scottish word for you. That'll be dust, old chap. I say it's a bit of dust behind you. No, there's a bit of stour. Or I'm kicking up a stour. Right, look at that, folks. Now, if the security guy is out tonight, he should have just seen my headlight, no doubt. So I expect to see a dust cloud of a car coming. If there is, it won't catch me though. So there you go. I'm going to get some photos. Sun's just behind the clouds, but that's fine. Look at the substation, it's huge. There's a dust cloud there of a car. That'll be engineers heading home. Well, that's huge, isn't it? That's a cool picture. Bike just sitting. Yeah, it's some place. Great to cycle through. Silhouette picture. I'm still waiting on the wee locking thing coming, and I'll finish the wee video I'd made in the outside the garage. So where that, you can't see it, but there's a dust cloud. There's a pickup goes right along a road to that substation, and that brings you out up above the brunt. I was going to do a wee donut, but it's a wee bit grippy. I'll end up going wrong. The problem with going like that, speed, is trying to stop with this bike. As soon as you put the brakes on, that's when you feel the weight. So that is the track, that's a different security group on the other side. and they're fine for us riding over there. But obviously you can't when it's closed. But super wee run out. As well doing this and watching the 6 o'clock news for all the nonsense that's on that. Woke world news. That's soft. There you go. I don't know why with motorbikes, super motorbikes never took off. I mean, your DRZ was an option in Supermoto and it's been re-released. But for just riding on these sort of roads, they're fantastic. Beautiful evening. So we'll get some heather when we turn round and look back up here. Oh, there's not as much as I thought. It's more on the other side. It's alright though. We'll go on a bit. Some partridges. Partridges are a game bird, but their numbers have decreased a lot as well. That's us getting back into that strong wind. It's a westerly wind today. Blowing right down the Firth of Forth into the North Sea, which we're in now, North Sea. So how many photos have I took up here? Quite a few. Look at that there though. Isn't that beautiful? So you can see that sort of hairy haze down the coast. But when you get good clarity, the heather is stunning. You just hear the wind turbines. You can certainly see today a good example of why they built them here. I've never been up there walking. We should go up there one day, up through that ravine. It'd be quite interesting. This is why you should sit at night with your ordnance survey map and sit and follow stuff. And then when you go home, open it and look where you've just been. And that's where you start learning place names in your head again and where to go, where you've been and where else to go. Maps still have, you don't need digital and screens all the time. A map is brilliant. Alright then, I think we're done for the day. I've got a photo here and I'll head off. So, hope you enjoyed this one. Might be quite long. I don't think anyone will complain. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.